Okay, Stuart Ball from LickLibrary. I am here with the marvellous, gracious and wonderful and fantastic playing Mr. Doug Aldrich. How are you doing, Doug?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Doug, you've just been playing outside at the launch of the Randy Rhoads amp. How was that for you?
It's an honor. I've been a Randy Rhoads fan since the first time I heard, I mean, literally like 30 seconds of his playing. I was a huge fan. And they called and said, you know, that choices 1, 2, 3, 4 were not available, so they said, "Would you do it?" Oh. No, I'm just kidding. But it's an honor, man. Yeah. And I think Randy would be really happy with it. The amp sounds like it's. I mean, you couldn't play very loud here, but I think the amp sounds like it wants to bark, you know.
And when you're coming out to play, you know, for something like this, it must be kind of emotional and possibly a little bit more difficult than if you were just coming out to just, you know, play a little bit for the release of any amp.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the pressure of, the pressure of trying to do justice to somebody like Randy Rhoads is it's daunting, you know. And so I basically, you know, I thought about it a lot, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna play a little bit, trying to do something that makes the amp sound good. So hopefully I did that.
Well, you did it. You sounded amazing when you were playing, and I think everybody was cheering for you, and you know, glad that somebody with, you know, genuine talent came out to represent somebody as great as Mr. Rhoads. So, and you definitely did that.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, the NAMM show, there's, you know, every time you turn around, there's a guitar player that's better than you are or I am. You know, there's a lot of great players. So that's pressure too, playing at the NAMM show.
Yeah, yeah.
It's easier when you're doing a gig, you're playing on stage, and you know what you're doing, you know. But something like this, it's kind of like free for all. But it's cool, and it was really an honor.
Yeah. Well, as Rudy was just saying, that when Randy used to teach, you know, he would depart as much knowledge, and then, you know, he would depart a lot of knowledge, but also he would also say he would learn snippets from the people that he was teaching. I think these things are a great environment for learning as well as, you know.
It's true. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing now. Obviously, you're, you know, a member of Whitesnake, and I guess you're touring. Give us a little bit of an insight into what's going on right now.
We just are finishing up a new record. It's going to be out in about end of April, I think. It's called Good to Be Bad, and it's the first Whitesnake record in, I guess, about 10 years or so. And it's also the 10th studio record, I believe. And so we're really excited about it. The songs turned out. We basically dedicated all of '07 to writing and recording, and we're really proud of it. I'm really excited and proud about it. That you know, hopefully all that hard work will pay off in some way. You know.
Did they ever want to call it Here We Go Again?
There's probably a couple of records called Here We Go Again, and there's probably about 10 bootlegs called that too.
Well, one of our guys, Danny Gill, he says that, you know, you guys know each other.
Yeah.
He does a lot of DVDs for us, a lot of instruction for us. He said he heard some stuff from you. I think it was earlier in this year. I don't know if it was like some solo stuff from you, and he said it sounded amazing. He said even the rhythm track sounded amazing, and the guitar sound was killer. Was he referring to some solo project you've got going, or maybe it was some of the Whitesnake stuff? I'm not sure what he heard, but I used to do some solo stuff, but since I got working with Whitesnake, it's been pretty much full time, and a lot of, you know, the thing with something like that is preparation beforehand to write. You know, you gotta write maybe 100 ideas just to get 5 that are good. You know, and so it's a lot of sitting with the drum machine, experimenting, trying riffs, trying melodies, and then throwing it out later and starting over. But I haven't really had time. I'm not sure what he heard, but it might have been some newer Whitesnake that we did last year. We did. We put out a live record called Live in the Shadow of the Blues, and it had 4 new tracks on it. But like I say, this new record, the Good to Be Bad thing, is really cool. And I hope that we'll get to do a bunch of touring for it. And so far, dates are starting to come in. It looks good. Good. And when will that be out, Doug?
In the end of April.
End of April.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cordis, it's been great talking to you today, and I think we're all very grateful that you went out and did such a great performance on behalf of Randy and on behalf of the new amp. You made a fantastic account of yourself, if I may say, and wish you all the best in the future. And hopefully, the LickLibrary guys will be seeing a bit more from you. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, Stuart. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming down, and it was really, really an honor. And I hope, I truly love Randy, and I hope that he's happy with what I did. But I know he'd be happy with the amp. It sounds amazing.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, bro.